I would like to understand your perspective on to what degree we are distinct from the vibrational frequencies of others. And what I'm really trying to digest more is...
To the degree of your attention to them. Next.
Okay, yeah. I'm working through the idea of seeing
Someone told Esther a joke last night. She liked it so much. Not really a joke, but it was funny. Lady lived to be really, really old, still alive maybe, who knows. And they asked her what her secret, she was 105, what is your secret to this long life? She said, minding my own business. And that is the secret to alignment, not letting what's going on with others and your attention to it and your distorted perspective of it be such a big factor in the reason that you offer vibration in the way that you do. We'll let you speak, but Esther really just wanted to tell that joke.
I'm trying to reconcile that with seeing and caring about other people who are out of the vortex and creating a reality which is suffering. And I believe that, leading as an example of being in the vortex is a powerful way to saturate, I guess, the earth with that kind of feel. But is there anything that... So I guess the question would be, is there any, can a vibrational wave of a bunch of other people who are creating a reality that is suffering, and I'm thinking of genocide or something big like that, can that affect anyone who's in the vortex?
Because of the inconsistency of the way so many people hold their vibration, it's hard for you to accept the power of what that focus can bring. If you heard us a minute ago talking about your inner being, Esther playing with us all the time, who always holds the vibration of well-being, it's easy for you to focus on a condition that causes you to have a deviation, or separation is too strong a word, from that vibration. But it is an unnecessary thing that you do. We've been saying to our friends for a long time, start with easier things. Teach yourself alignment on the things where it's easy for you to find it, until you get the sense of what alignment really feels like. Because the more you find alignment, then the more unconditional you will be about it, until you will reach a place that you can focus upon any condition and not lose your alignment. There's something that happens in the human psyche. It's not good for you. Maybe we'll take a little bit of time and see if we can explain how it has come about, although that's not altogether helpful for you. But it goes like this. As I stand in my human form, I tend to evaluate your value to me, or your gift to me, by the degree of your sacrifice. You follow us just a little bit? In other words, if you've got billions of dollars and you give someone $100, people say, well, why didn't you give them 200 or 500? Why didn't you give them $1 million? You've got billions. In other words, but if you sacrifice for it, then the gift somehow is more well received by humans, because they are not understanding, for the most part. You forgot to practice for a while your understanding of this infinite flow of resources and well-being. So there is this human sort of wanting to divide up this pie. You've got this finite pie that you think is the well-being, and it feels to so many like if that guy is getting more than his fair share of well-being, then he might deprive somebody else of some well-being. And from that flawed premise comes this sort of a repelling of the well-being that is flowing to everyone. So when you see a person who is suffering, or a group of people who are suffering, and you look from your vibrational place of alignment, you see, here's what you must do if you are to be of value to them, and if you are to stay in alignment with who you are. And unless you stay in alignment with who you are, you cannot be of value to them. If you're not connected to this stream, you've got nothing to flow. So the best way to understand is that as you are evaluating or sorting through the contrast, and you see something that you really do not like, some of that stuff will take you to your knees. It is so much that you do not want it. In the degree of knowing what you do not want, you are launching a equal rocket of desire. So by seeing their plight or their suffering, you are asking for their recovery or for their balance or for their well-being. You're launching this rocket, and source becomes a vibrational match to it. In other words, the suffering of the world has created a vibrational reality of such well-being and such proportion we can't even describe it. And it is from that balance of well-being that new ones are being born.